All right, guys. So what do you have to do? Pay attention to the following presentation, the following video. Remember that this one with the other previous videos will help you participate in the next class. So here you're going to remember we were talking about news reports, and we said the fact that passive is perfect for this, for news reports. So in this time you have to present your own news report in passive. So pay attention to the instructions. You have to do the following for this week's activity. Pick a picture you like from the ones you're going to see in this video. And then you have to create a news report using passive, as I told you. Make a story around the picture, like if you were a news reporter and you are saying the news about the events that happen in the picture. And then that's what you have to share in the class. So remember, you have to use the passive. It's a must. Just a reminder, for passive, you have the active voice and the passive voice. In the active voice, remember that we pay attention to the subject, the person, the thing that performs the action. But when it comes to passive, we pay attention to the thing, the subject, verb, object. In the passive, we pay attention to the object. So you're going to have this formula, the subject, the was or were, because we're talking about past passive. And then the past participle of the main verb. Then you have there an example. They took pictures in the concert. That's in active voice. But when you change it to passive, you have pictures were taken in the concert. Okay? So, pictures were taken. I pay attention to pictures here. Not to the person who performed, but what they did. Okay? The pictures were taken in the concert. Another example, in active, they bought a sandwich. The passive would be a sandwich was bought. Okay, so for example, you have a picture and you are given here some vocabulary words that you have to use for your news. So you see here teacher, a little boy, you have teacher, kindergarten, student, homework, deadline, corrections. So how would I use the passive? Seeing something like this. For example, the homework was checked by the kindergarten teacher, Mr. James. The homework was submitted by the student on the deadline date, right? The corrections were done by the teacher, The corrections were done by the teacher and provided to the student. So as you saw here, I made like 3 sentences using the passive. Yes? Guys, you have to report according to the picture using passive. Okay? So then you have, here's where your homework starts. You have a picture, right? You have to use the words tragedy, disaster, ash cloud, volcanic eruption, victims, survivors, mountaineers, mountain, and camping. So remember, you have to use the passive using these words. So you're going to report the disaster that happened, for example, with the volcano or volcanic eruption. So think about it. You do it. Another picture that you have, part of another news that you can talk about, is this action, where somebody is being robbed. So you have the words bank robbery, robber, cashier, costumer, bank employees, mask, gun, police, alarm, and car. So think about a sentence in passive where you can use these words and you talk about the event, the news that happened here. All right, not that difficult. Another option is talking about politics. You can use the words leaders, presidents, press conference or meeting, agreements, discussion, arrangements, international treaties, dinner, politicians. Okay, once again, you can use, if you like to talk about politics, you can use any of these words to make your passive sentence. Another one is this picture, okay? Okay, so in this picture, you have some protests there on behalf of some people. So you can use the word protests, students, rebellion, civil resistance, crisis or strike, bad government decisions, policies, shortage of resources and lack of food and medicine. So it's a situation happening in Venezuela. It's been happening for quite a while, so you can use the passive about this type of news. Then we have something a bit happier for those who are romantic. You can use the words royal wedding, celebrations in Great Britain, actress, prince, acceptance from the royal family and people, fairy tale wedding. Okay? So you can either make a news about, the royalty, the wedding, how it was. You can use these words. You can bring out your own as well, no problem. But try to use some of these words. Remember, always in passive. And then thinking about Christmas. Okay? The real meaning of Christmas, which is the birth of Jesus Christ, our Savior. You can use the words Christmas, Jesus Christ, Holy Family, Bethlehem, rejoice, joy, the three wise men, the shepherds. So think about a news that you can give about the fact of Jesus Christ's birth, the meaning, okay? So you make a happy note here. Then you have, in relation to what's going on in Quito these days, the foundation of Quito, right? You can use the words Chiva, Quito Fest, which is Fiestas de Quito, celebrations, Quito's Foundation Day, dancing, there's drinking, parties, happiness. So you make up a news about this feast in Quito. Okay? Guys, you saw a couple of articles, pictures, and vocabulary that you can use with your news. Okay? With your news report. Remember, it is a must that you use the passive voice. That is precisely what we're studying in this Unit 12. Okay? So guys, enjoy the activity. And remember, maybe the weekend's already over, but enjoy the week, okay? See you then in the class. Bye-bye.